Hello everyone, so welcome back to another video. I'm Rodimus2099, so you probably saw the title. I want to talk about Rogue One and the new, Andor show. Which I'm finally happy that they finally announced. Same with Obi-Wan. I mean, we knew that was going to come out, but we were like, just a matter of time. So anyway, I want to clean all these guys. These are all my Rogue One figures. I want to talk about Rogue One, and also want to talk about how excited I am for this, for his solo show. So we're gonna save him to the. Oh no, I forgot. K2SO's head came off. Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, let's get to it. So we're gonna start with Darth Vader. So I loved Rogue One. It was honestly, and probably still is. Shut up. My favorite Star Wars movie. Because I like that it's not a trilogy. I find that trilogies really get under my skin because, you kind of build up characters or build up villains, and then if you introduce someone in the third movie, you usually, don't see much of them after that. And, we didn't know that this was a solo story. We knew that it was Rogue One, a Star Wars story, so I was figuring, oh, maybe this will tie into the new series, even though I knew that it was taking place before the building of the first Death Star. And ignoring canon, because canon does not matter anymore in Star Wars, it's still my favorite. And after I've rewatched a couple of them, mainly Empire Strikes Back and New Hope, which are the only ones that I was like, oh, maybe those will win my favorite. Really, Rogue One won my favorite. And we're going to talk about why. So I definitely think that they did a good job with introducing and putting Darth Vader back in it. Oh, there's something there. Sometimes cardboard gets stuck under these guys. I think they did a great, cardboard. I think they did a great job with, bringing back people. Death Troopers. I thought they did a good job of tying it into the movies and not, all the comic books, which is obvious from day one that Disney did not want to follow those anymore, because why follow the books? People have read them. If they're a diehard Star Wars fan, they don't want to see it again. And so if you do your own thing and you reboot it, you'll make it for modern audiences. If you don't make it all about the previous characters, you'll bring in more audiences. And that's really how you have to work when you're making a reboot. If you're making a Fantastic Four reboot, you can't go, remember the thing? Yeah, that we focused on for the whole last movie before this? Well, we're gonna focus on him exactly as much. No, you gotta focus on him less because fans have already seen that. Since you're introducing the new characters, new people, you have to do new interpretations. So yeah, which I think Fantastic Four is just doomed to always fail. But I really liked it because it showed off more of the rebels. I like the Jedi, but I get sick of them. I want to see the other heroes on the sidelines. And, they're all imperfect, Jyn Erso was not the best fighter in the galaxy. And Cassinian Endor, God, I said his name wrong. Andor was totally not a great fighter all the time. He was good sometimes, definitely, but he wasn't great all the time, which I like. I like those imperfect characters. It helps them blend more. Where I think Luke Skywalker was a good kind of perfect character until, he kind of realized in the second one he's not perfect. I think that was a great little twist in it. And yeah. I just really liked it. Everyone was different. Everyone was exciting to see on the screen. Ben Mendelsohn was a good villain, and I don't really love him as a villain all the time. I think he's a fantastic actor when he wants to be a fantastic actor, and I think he's not super great in those kind of roles like Talos. Gotta say, wasn't a big fan of him when he was Talos. I also thought that was really nice with blending a lot of new characters and their interaction with the Force. Because after all we saw was kind of the Jedi and the Jedi's friends' interaction with the Force, and the villains' interaction. The Clone Wars kind of gave that to us, but Clone Wars was not a big budget movie, and that was dealing with them with the Jedi. No one in this movie was a Jedi. I thought at the end Jyn was going to turn out to be, or anyone. No, no one was. I also like the fact that it was had a diverse cast. It showed that the rebels aren't all these, one type of people, and I think that was just a great job, and that's what I'm hoping that Rangers of the New Republic does. It shows more of them, because after all, those people really helped win the war, where Luke Skywalker really just blew up the Death Star. Um, the other people who have been fighting since day one, like Forrest Whitaker, did, along with an amazing cast. Forrest Whitaker dies in it. Spoiler alert, but you don't even probably know who he is. He's one of the best actors, I think, ever, and I love how he takes super small roles in Star Wars and Marvel. He was Zuri in Black Panther. He was the town griot, and I loved him because he was so small. He was such a small character, but he had impact on the story. And this one, he had impact. And you felt that kind of toll of death in this one with the war between the rebels and the war between the Sith, the Empire. And what was nice is that you got both of them losing people, both of them causing people to die, both of them hurting them, both of them being at fault. And that's what I think is the best part of it. A lot of people don't like it because it feels like a cash grab. I don't feel that way. I feel it just expanded the story and really brought more people into Star Wars. I loved it because of the stellar cast, of the exciting new characters that they brought in, of the originality it was, because I was pretty disappointed with Force Awakens, because that seemed like a reboot, and it was. It was the same old plot with new characters. Replace Han Solo with Obi-Wan, bam. A man who helps them kind of early on, and they look up to, dies, and then they blow up a planet, which is a weapon because of his death. Like, come on. And I think that was the problem, because J.J. Abrams wanted to do a reboot where the rest of them didn't. And I think Rogue One wasn't a reboot. It was a continuation. It's what I liked that Solo brought us. Solo brought us new stories and new characters. I don't think Solo was executed quite perfectly. I kind of hope that we get a sequel, though. I hope that Lando is basically the sequel. Because after all, I think Darth Maul could be one of the best villains to have in kind of the main story. The problem is, Rebels killed him off. So then you have to uncanonize Rebels, and once you do that, well, shit, what is canon? So yeah, I definitely think that Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie so far. I really hope that I'm proven wrong later. I mean, we've gotten so many confirmation for Star Wars projects from the Disney Investors Day that, it's up in the air. Wait, I'm missing someone. Look in the box of mysteries. You'll find a whole human head in this. Aha! I knew we were missing someone. Are you missing anyone else? Nope. Hey, 5K2SO's head. Gonna have to glue that on later. Get out of here. Forgot about this guy. And that's what I liked. And I liked that it was a darker tale, but brought in new fans. It had hope at the end, while also having darkness for certain characters. And I thought that was really cool. I kind of hope that we get another kind of Rogue One-y feel movie, type deal. Get another one that feels like Rogue One, where it feels like very, new, groundbreaking, fun, adventurous, inviting to new fans, because after all, new fans aren't continuity bugs. If I take I don't have one, but if I took my 4-year-old son to go see the new Star Wars movie, he doesn't know what's canon and what's not. I might hate the new movie because it feels like it's not canon, but he won't know, and he'll love it, and he'll get into Star Wars, and he'll become that canon snob. So that's what they gotta learn. That's what Star Wars fans have to learn, is that they are trying to invite new fans to it without making it seem like, all right, have you been studying your Baby Yoda history? Because now the whole timeline functions on Baby Yoda. And I'm not saying that I hate Baby Yoda, but it's just like getting obscene, and people are going to hate it when he becomes a Sith Lord, because after all, he's just the Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks was supposed to be a fun, silly character, ooh, but everyone hated him. Everyone loves Baby Yoda. He's probably going to become a Sith. I mean, Yoda, when we first saw him in Empire Strikes Back, he was this stupid babbling goon, and then he became one of the best Jedis in the whole galaxy, who's thousands of years old. So yeah, I definitely think we're gonna see Baby Yoda become the new Baby Yoda become the new Jar Jar Binks. I know that probably made you vomit, but guess what? I kind of enjoy making you vomit. I also like this movie because it really did do a pleasing job of remembering the old characters while bringing in new ones. You know, Darth Vader was pretty big in it, even though he was very small. You know, his scene was very standing out. You know, he was very interesting. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. I love Rogue One. I plan on doing more talks about the sequel trilogy and why I think it failed, and why it didn't why it felt very mixed. You know, a lot of people like me kind of enjoy the first one. I kind of enjoy Force Awakens, then start to hate the other two, but really it's just kind of overall they're not as good as they could have been. They're not as good. They took away the Star Warsiness. So yeah. Anyway, here they are. Hope you enjoy. And yeah, so if you did enjoy this or disagree with me, please let me know in the comments. If you haven't seen Rogue One, I'd recommend doing it. It's my favorite Star Wars movie. I'm not saying that it is the only Star Wars movie that can be my favorite. I hope to be proven wrong because it looks like there's a lot of Star Wars content coming out soon, which makes me excited. I can't wait for Lando, and I also can't wait for Indiana Jones 5. Yeah, I'm excited for both of those. I'm excited for everything that Disney is making because, after all, I mean, if you hate Disney, well, shucks. You have nothing to. You have nothing to complain about. You had DC fandom. So this is basically DC fandom, but for Marvel and for Star Wars. So yeah, I kind of find it interesting that the year where nothing really has come out for Marvel, a little bit for DC, a little bit. They did Birds of Prey, which was really excellent, and Wonder Woman 2, which I have not seen yet because it hasn't come out yet. And yeah, so they're definitely having to sprinkle it on like salt. But it's funny that this year we've gotten more confirmations, more announcements than any other time. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Crazy. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope to do another video like this probably soon. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. If you did enjoy this video, this new style, please let me know in the comments. I know I'm rambling on, but please subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, I've extended the deadline. If you're a fan of me and you want to see my face, well, yeah, I've extended it. Originally it was 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. Now it's till February. I want to be nice, want to give you some time. So if you do want to help, at least those people who are excited to see it, then do it. That's all I'm saying. All right. Well, see you guys tomorrow.